Hi, I'm Donnie. I'm a poetry teaching artist. Let me first introduce myself by giving you a description of who I am and where I am. I'm a white man with a brown beard and brown hair that's a little bit wavy and messy and combed over to the side. Today I'm wearing blue glasses, a blue cardigan sweater, and a lighter blue, kind of blue-gray shirt. I'm sitting in my living room, and behind me, you can see artwork and posters on my gray wall. They're in all different colors and sizes, and you can also see my purple bookshelf filled up with books. Today, we're going to write a poem using all of our senses. This video is part of the Kennedy Center Education online collection Teaching Artists Present, where teaching artists from all over the country lead art activities that you can do right from the comfort of your home. I've been staying inside my home for a while now, and sometimes, like today, I feel kind of bored or frustrated maybe. It's just like I'm stuck inside and have done everything there is to do at home already. Have you ever felt like that? Yeah, thanks for sharing. You know, when I feel that way, or really anytime I feel a kind of big emotion filling me up, I write a poem. Writing poetry is one way I slow myself down. It helps me pause to organize my thoughts and to reflect on how I'm feeling or why I might be feeling that way. When I write a poem, I start by using all of my senses. I write about what I feel, what I see, what I hear, and even what I smell and taste. Then I write about how I feel on the inside too. Here, let's write a poem together so I can show you what I mean. All you'll need is something to write with and some paper. You can pause the video to get your supplies and then come on back. Great. So to start our poem, let's write about what we feel. Use our sense of touch. I'm sitting in my brown, comfy chair. So, to start off, all right. Comfy chair. And I also have on a sweater that I really love. The sweater is nice and soft and it keeps me warm, so I want to write about that too. So I'll add and soft sweater. So that the first line of my poem, using my sense of touch, reads comfy chair and soft sweater. You could write about where you're sitting, or the clothes you're wearing, or anything else you might be feeling right now. Great. So next, let's add what we can see. Now the camera is looking at me, but what I'm looking at are the gray walls of my living room, wrapping all the way around. So in my poem, I'll write long, gray wall. So I want to write about what I can see outside too. I'm gonna go look out my windows. All right. Outside my windows, I saw gray clouds. Long, gray clouds. I love repetition. When words or lines repeat, it makes a poem sound musical when it's read out loud. In my poem, Long Gray Wall, Long Gray Clouds, also makes the inside and outside worlds feel closer together, since I describe them the same way. And that's an idea I especially like when I'm feeling kind of stuck inside. Next, let's write what we can hear. Now, there are a lot of sounds inside my apartment, but like I looked outside my window, I also want to try to hear a sound that's far away. Let's listen. Do you hear any sounds outside your home? Me? I hear someone shoveling. Those long gray clouds are snow clouds. So someone, somewhere, is hard at work. Somewhere, a shovel on the sidewalk. Instead of just trying to describe the sound of a shovel with a word or two, I put the letters S, K, and R together to make up a sound. Is the sound I hear when a shovel is sliding across the sidewalk. You should try putting some letters together and make up a noise for your poem. Poems are the perfect places to just play with language and play with words and have a little fun. So try it out. What noises did you come up with? Whoa. Whoa. Cool, y'all. Those are some wonderful noises. So now let's add what we can smell and taste. And this might be a little tricky, because unless you're eating something while you're watching this, you might not have a smell or a taste right now. For my poem, I'm going to use a memory of food. Shoveling snow always reminds me of hot chocolate, because when I was young, I would help my family shovel after a big snowstorm or a blizzard, and then we'd go inside and warm up with a cup of hot cocoa. So that's a memory I'm going to use. Do you have a memory you can write about in your poem? Or, if you do actually have a smell or a taste right now, you can also add that. It's your poem. But for my poem, I'll write hot chocolate on the stove with the marshmallows too. We started with what we feel, right? Using our sense of touch. But now let's write about how. Those inside feelings and emotions we have. I still feel that kind of bored, restless, stuck inside feeling that's hard to explain. But taking the time to write this poem and write about my room and write about the outside has also made me feel thankful or grateful to be inside and warm and close to my stash of hot chocolate, knowing that it's cold and snowy out. Feeling cozy and warm in my living room. May I share my poem with you? Cool, thank you. I'm excited for you to hear it. All right, so my poem. Comfy chair and soft sweater. Long gray wall, long gray clouds. Somewhere, a shovel on the sidewalk. Hot chocolate on the stove with marshmallows too. Feeling cozy and warm in my living room. Thanks, y'all. Thank you for listening, and thank you for taking the time to write with me today too. Poetry is a great way to describe the world around us, but it's also a great way to describe our inside worlds too. Our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, And poems come in all different forms and styles. Some rhyme, some don't, some are long, some are short. There's a whole world of writing for you to discover. Now you can watch this video again anytime you like. And when you do, maybe try some different combinations. Mix it up a bit. Start with smell and see where the scent leads. Or only write about the things you hear. Or something altogether new. But whenever you're feeling kind of bored or stuck inside or have any kind of big emotion that's hard to describe, remember that you can turn to your senses and start writing a poem. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll check out some of the other videos in the Teaching Artists Present collection too. Thanks again, y'all. Bye-bye.